while they're working on getting the next slideshow up, I'll go ahead and introduce our next speaker. I think some of you probably know her already. Prina Shadasama is the Litter and Recycling Coordinator for the Department of Environmental Quality in Richmond. She's been with DEQ for a little over 4 years and started her career in 2014 as the coordinator for the SARA Title III EPCRA program, which deals with the reporting of hazardous chemicals to the state and to local governments. Prina currently handles the SWIA recycling rate, recycling tax credits, and litter grant programs. She works closely with local governments and solid waste planning units to provide information and guidance on litter prevention and recycling topics and promoting environmental awareness. Prina has a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from Drexel University in Philadelphia. Welcome, Prina. We're happy to have you with us.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all well. So we're going to start with the recycling and SWIA numbers and then give you an update on the DEQ litter grant. Sanjay will then talk to you about the recycling survey that was recently sent out, and we'll also update you on the status of online tools for reporting. So we'll get started. So as most of you know, solid waste planning units with populations greater than or equal to 100,000 are required to report their recycling rate every year. Currently, there are 17 solid waste planning units that fall into that category, and all 17 reported for 2017, well, calendar year 2017. Solid waste planning units with populations less than 100,000 are required to report their recycling rate every 4 years. The last time that happened was last year when all 71 solid waste planning units reported for calendar year 2016. The next reporting will be in 2021 for calendar year 2020. Keep in mind that for SWIA, all active permanent facilities, all active permanent solid waste facilities are required to report annually. This includes landfills, incinerators, MRFs, transfer stations, composting facilities, so on and so forth. So the state recycling rate for calendar year 2017 was 42.8%. This number is based on the data submitted, which you see on the screen right here, by the 17 solid waste planning units that reported for calendar year 2017. The 17 solid waste planning units reported recycling 2.6 million tons of principal recyclable materials, 980,000 tons of credits, and the credits included the recycling residue, reused solid waste, and non-MSW recycled. They also reported disposing 4.3 million tons of MSW. So the state recycling rate is calculated using the principal recycled materials, the credits, and the MSW disposed. The rate is then adjusted so that the aggregate of all credits does not exceed 5%. So here's a graphic representation of the MSW recycling tonnage and recycling rate in Virginia for the past 5 years, the 5 reporting years, so 2013 through 2017. We do have a slight increase in the recycling rate MSW generated and tonnage recycled from calendar year 2016 to 2017, which you see on the far right. Here you see the MSW managed in Virginia in 2017. The amount recycled by localities is based on the 17 solid waste planning units required to report annually, which is where the green arrow is. The out-of-state solid waste decreased slightly from 2016, whereas the Virginia and the total MSW increased. Here you see the MSW received in Virginia for the past 7 years, so from 2010 to 2017. There's definitely an increase in the waste tonnage received from Virginia in the past 3 to 4 years, but we can also see the slight and gradual decrease in the out-of-state waste, which is the blue line. And the orange line is the Virginia, and the green one is the total. So overall, the total MSW received has been on the rise. And moving on to the DEQ litter grant update. So there's 2 types of litter grants that are offered by the DEQ. The non-competitive grants are calculated based on road miles and population, whereas the competitive grant, a specific dollar amount can be requested. The non-competitive litter grants are primarily used to support educational activities that support anti-littering and pro-recycling in Virginia localities. The competitive grants, on the other hand, are to be used to develop and implement statewide and regional litter prevention and recycling educational programs and or pilot projects. Localities that are eligible for the competitive grant only if they're applied for and received the non-competitive grants for the same fiscal year. So for FY 2019, the total funds available for the non-competitive grant was approximately 1.9 million. DEQ received 190 applications, and that represented 309 Virginia localities. There were 15 localities that did not apply. We also received 192 accounting and performance reports, and that is because there was 2 localities that did not reapply from FY18 to FY19, and there was 2 new localities that applied. There was also 46,000 in unspent competitive grant funds from fiscal year 2018, and that was adjusted from their non-competitive grant for 2019. All the grant award letters are sent by email to all recipients for the non-competitive grant on October 10th. So if your locality did not receive your award letter, just shoot me an email and I'll just send it to you. For the competitive grant, there was 106,000 available in fiscal year 2019. There's about 4,000 of unspent funds from FY18 competitive grants. That was adjusted again from their was deducted from their non-competitive grant amount. DEQ received 22 single and joint applications from localities in Virginia. All 22 applications were reviewed by the Litter Fund Board at the board meeting on October 11th. The board recommended 15 applicants to receive the competitive grant awards, and the list of award recipients is posted on DEQ's litter and recycling webpage. If you do send out the presentation, you can click on the link and it will take you to the webpage. All the grant letters for this grant were sent out to all the recipients on October 31st. Again, if you did not receive your award letter, just shoot me an email and I'll send it to you. Yes.
Yeah, Rena, what was the average amount of the award for the competitive grants?
For the competitive grants?
Yeah. So there were 15.
There were 15, but it ranged from about 1,000 to 50,000.
Okay.
So it was a pretty significant range. So the average would be a little thrown off if I, average that. Okay, and now on to Sanjay, because he'll talk about the recycling survey that was recently sent out. And then we'll take questions towards the end as well.
Last year, General Assembly, the passed bill, Senate Bill 218, which required DEQ, there's a couple clauses in that, number 2 clause, required DEQ to do an evaluation of recycling rates, and also make recommendations for improving the supply of recycling material for the next 10 years to provide for beneficial use by industry. I strongly encourage all of you to go and look at the bill, because it does explain what the beneficiation means and what type of facilities qualify for that. I'm going to print a summary and I'll be available to share more details on the bill. The key points are what we're looking is what kind of incentives we can provide to promote increased beneficial use of material. There's a slight difference when you look at the recycling and beneficial use. That's why I'm asking you to take a look at the bill. It's more broader. That's what I want you to do. That will help you to understand. And also look at the operational point of view, having a mixed waste material recycling facilities, single source kind of thing, and mixed waste versus sorted at the source kind of thing. No? DEQ sent out letters to all the stakeholders, different associations, and also FEDA sent out a little program, recycling coordinators, asking for information for your input, your experience, and different things we're looking at is we're looking for data and information regarding recycling, including challenges and burdens, and also we're looking for feedback on incentives that may increase recycling and the availability of source material. And the third is the data or information or feedback on single source versus source separated recycling. That's the key thing we're looking from the facilities, how it makes a difference. And also we're looking for feedback and proposals on recommendations that should be considered by DEQ. This is a very open thing, so if you think something all this bullets what we're looking here. If you have any feedback or proposal, please feel free to share that with DEQ. Like I said, DEQ sent out letters on October 24th in the span of a day or two. We also sent out to the later program managers the same letter. December 14th is the deadline for you to send the feedback and comments to Leslie Beckwith. She's the Director for Office of Finance Responsibility in this program. Or if you have questions, please feel free to call me, Prina, or Leslie. Switching topics, like Prina said, I'm going to be covered in the next few slides, update on what's coming up for 2019. Our office collects data on solid waste from information from facilities, that is the SWIA, then recycling rate information, recycling data from planning unit, and little grant. Here is here, so you see the board members, you can share more details on what we are looking for the little grant can online. We want to make little grant also an online reporting option. So these are the three main areas we're working right now, between now and June of next year. That's the thing. Currently with the SWIA, application, we have done the business requirements. We are working with the developer right now. The main thing what we are looking is, we are waiting for is a portal for receiving the data online. This portal will be used for SWIA, recycling, little grant in the future. So that's the main thing, that is a security portal. We currently use a very basic login process for the SWIA. We use the permit ID number, permit issue date, and permit number to log in. But down the road, when we go into this new after the rewrite is done, it's going to be more technology-based in terms of more secure. And we're looking to see how the same portal can be used for more than just the SWIA, recycling and beyond kind of line. One other thing we're looking at the next rewrite is, right now the SWIA data comes at the waste type like MSW, CDD, industrial. Whereas the recycling data comes at the paper, plastic, for recycled material, paper, plastic kind of thing. We're looking at the possibility of giving the option to provide more detail. Not only say we have to manage 100 tons of MSW, how much of that is paper, plastic kind of thing. So we can tie the recycling data with the SWIA data. And we have been talking this for the last couple of years on how to integrate SWIA and recycling. That's the way to go and see how we can break it down, the waste type versus subcategories, and match the information and calculate better recycling rate. So that on the SWIA. At the same time, we are looking at the option of adding the optional reporting for leachate collection. So far we have not been collecting leachate from all the solid waste facilities on a regular basis. So the tool will provide an option if a facility is active, like a landfill, and they're generating the leachate, they'll have the ability to report the amount of leachate received, sent offsite, how it has been managed. Because leachate is also part of solid waste. With respect to recycling rate reports, we have been using this spreadsheet, and we import the data from spreadsheet into the database and generate the recycling report, the one we printed. We will look at the online tool. The localities can go online and submit the recycling data. Two things we are looking at is we will be able to get better data, and also we will be able to expedite our report generation, get back to localities for any questions, and approve them, review them, and approve them faster. Third one is the little grant online. We are looking at right now, localities send the paper copy. We take the data from the application, and also for the application for the next fiscal year, and also we take the accounting report and performance report and prepare the statewide report. All that comes as a paper, and we use SurveyMonkey for one of the pieces, but we would like to go online so that we can get better data, and also provide some tools like there's a staff change on the locality level, they would like to see what are the reports submitted last year. We want to have the ability to see what was submitted in the last few years so that they don't have to really struggle to see how it was done. And so same thing with all the three applications, we want to provide the historical data and also easy way to access the data, and also if they have questions, they can contact DEQ right away and get the information back from us for any of these previous submissions and any questions they have in terms of the different information they're providing. So little grant, we're hoping that will expedite our application review process and also our ability to produce the reports statewide and also process the little grant much faster than what we're doing. So these are the three applications we'll be working. Hopefully we'll get the portal done on time because January 1 is the start date for submitting the SWIA, March 30th is the deadline. Then followed by cycle, and then comes the litter. So these are the three areas where we'll be working in the future. Any questions, Rina or me?
Mr. Gregory, can you please clarify what you mean by the mixed waste recycling facility?
Mixed waste, there are situations where you bring the waste single stream, right? And then you do sorting and different process you go through.
So basically, when you say mixed waste, you mean single stream facilities?
Single stream, or it could be a combination of no pre-sorting at the source.
And the other thing I would like to ask is, I don't, with the online reporting, it's helpful if we can see all the questions on the form. Because a lot of times, some of these online reporting tools, you only see one question at a time, and then you get to the next question, and then you've got to go to some file and get the data. It's just really helpful if we can see the whole form, all the questions, and answer everything and get them ready, and then enter them all in.
If you look at the SWIA reporting, right now you can see the whole thing, but we got mixed response on that, trying to see how to break it down by area kind of thing with the reporting facilities information. You have one block, you can see the facility specific, like how much capacity and all that. Then you go by waste type, you can have a separate block, but you'll be able to see that. The current form, what we have is everything shows on one form on the screen. So it becomes too cluttered kind of thing. So we'll take that into consideration. What you're saying is don't make it a line item like you say, yes, no
I
answer.
I don't mind if it's one at a time, but just sometimes, like on one of the reports, you have to have some data for the number of youth education outreach. Another question asks how many pounds of litter were collected, and I need to know ahead of time what questions you're going to be asking, so I have the information ready, so I can put it in.
Just come out with printouts of a PDF with the whole thing,
Right.
so that they can
Um,
use it.
For all the three programs, what I mentioned right now, litter, recycling, and SWIA, you'll have this same form available online, PDF copy, so you can look at what it is. So when you get it online, you don't have to struggle what you're going to do. You can fill out your information on the paper copy and keep it ready, and when you go in, you can put it into the system.
I've never found that in the past on the website.
That's a requirement. Anytime when DEQ puts out something, we just don't go online. We have to provide the option of submitting the paper copy. Although we're trying to encourage the facilities and localities to submit online, there are some localities that still do paper, and that's a requirement. We do provide a copy. Hard copy. Even with the litter grant, we provide paper copies for the localities before they apply. They can look at what information they need to provide in there. And we also provide instructions separate for the online and for the paper form. So anytime you have a question, please let us know. We'll be glad to share a copy. Send you the link. Okay? Yeah. No other questions? Anything?
I was just curious, why is the budget for the non-competitive grant monies so much greater than for the competitive? 1.9 million versus 100,000?
So the current breakdown is from whatever the litter fund is, 90% is for non-competitive
Oh,
grants,
I see.
5% is for competitive, and 5% is for administrative costs.
Is there a reason?
It's in the statute, in the regs.
It's in the statute
Yeah.
primarily for
Interesting.
Because the non-competitive are based on just road miles and population. And then the competitive is something new that we just introduced.
Oh, I got you.
Right.
Right.
Would you be willing to consider for the competitive grants, putting the awardees online and their projects and things? That's a little gold mine of good ideas that it might be nice if we could see what other jurisdictions are doing and get awards for them and maybe come up with ideas for our jurisdictions.
Right. Currently, we have a list of awardees online, but if you want to see their projects and the amounts awarded, you can just shoot me an email and I'll be happy to send it to you.
Okay, so that's just me. I'm thinking you just have everybody would probably like to click on something and see the amounts and a thumbnail description
Right.
of what it was.
Here, you want to add anything?
No, I mean, you're welcome to come to those meetings as well. I think everyone's invited to those meetings. And also, if you wanted to come and join the Virginia Council for Prevention and Recycling, we have a ton of resources and all those programs are there. And one of the things that we do at our meeting is to have different people speak on projects that they've done.
And what's the name of the group that does that?
Virginia Council for Prevention and Recycling. And we have a meeting November 16th at your 9th.
Which Priya, by the way, has backed up and it's insisted that everybody attend, so.
We are looking for more participation, that's what it is.
Right.
We'd like you to come down and see, get information. If you like it next year, you can apply. That's the whole idea, is to encourage.
Carl,
Good.
where's the meeting?
It's at the Henrico Training Facility. It's in Henrico.
I had a question. I know in the old SWIA reports, there, any recycling that was done was like a little box that they could or didn't necessarily have to fill out what they were doing in all different facilities. Is there any way that in the new online form, you can specify a little more in terms of what their operations are in terms of recycling? And also any way to, anything about where they're receiving the waste and materials from so that people can start getting an idea of the waste shed in the state? In terms of like what jurisdictions or what companies are taking different facilities?
I'm not going to look at the breakdown this time.
Yeah, I don't think we have a breakdown this time because it's the whole table. We don't.
I think we'll take that in consideration, put it in our request, but at this time, because the deadline, what we have January 1, we're trying to get as much as, because right now the system is down. After April, there was a crash in our online reporting system, so we're trying to bring it back as early as possible, although we're doing the rewrite. But definitely, I think we can have it and see how we can enhance it. Make it at least after for the facilities who want to report, they can